Most people see goats and think of small, rural farms. But smart entrepreneurs are starting to see something very different: a low cost agricultural business with multiple income streams, minimal land requirements, strong consumer demand, and the potential to grow steadily over time. And the most surprising part, some profitable goat farms begin with just 5 animals, not 50, not 500, just 5. Today, small scale goat farming is quietly becoming one of the most interesting opportunities in modern agriculture, especially for people looking for a business that is affordable, scalable, and connected to the growing demand for organic and locally sourced products. So, how does it actually work? And why are more young entrepreneurs paying attention to goat farming? Let's break it down. Consumer behavior has changed dramatically over the last decade. People are becoming more interested in organic food, sustainable farming, local products, natural skincare, and alternative dairy products. And that shift has created new demand for goat based products. In many markets, goat milk products are considered premium items. Goat cheese, handmade soaps, organic fertilizers, and specialty dairy products often sell at significantly higher margins than standard agricultural products. At the same time, goats are relatively inexpensive to raise compared to larger livestock. They require less space, lower startup investment, smaller shelters, and lower daily maintenance costs. For beginners entering agriculture, that combination is extremely attractive. One of the biggest misconceptions about livestock farming is that you need a massive herd to become profitable. In reality, small systems are often easier to manage and scale. Imagine starting with 4 healthy female goats and 1 high quality male. That small group becomes the foundation of a production system. Many goat breeds reproduce quickly. Twins are common, and healthy herd growth can happen surprisingly fast under proper management. Over time, farmers can sell young goats, expand milk production, develop breeding programs, or diversify into value added products. And because growth happens gradually, the business can scale without requiring massive upfront investment. That's one of the reasons goat farming appeals to modern entrepreneurs. Most beginners think profit comes from selling more animals, but experienced farmers understand something different. Profit often comes from controlling costs, and feed is usually the single largest expense in goat farming. That's why smart farmers focus heavily on efficient feeding systems. Many use rotational grazing, natural forage systems, high protein aquatic plants like azolla, and tree fodder with locally available vegetation. The goal isn't simply to spend less. The goal is building a sustainable system that reduces dependency on expensive commercial feed. Because in agriculture, efficiency compounds over time, and small improvements in cost management can dramatically increase long term profitability. Many people imagine livestock farming as constant physical labor, but modern small scale farms are becoming increasingly efficient. One example is elevated slotted flooring systems. These raised wooden or bamboo floors allow waste to fall below the animals naturally. That creates several advantages: cleaner housing, lower disease risk, reduced cleaning time, better airflow, and healthier animals. Simple infrastructure decisions like this can save farmers hundreds of hours of labor every year. And that's where modern farming begins to look less like survival work and more like system management. This is where many small farms completely change financially, because the real opportunity often isn't raw meat production alone, it's value added products. Today's consumers are willing to pay premium prices for products that feel organic, natural, handmade, sustainable, and locally produced. That's why many goat farmers eventually expand into artisan cheese, goat milk soap, organic skincare, farm fresh dairy products, and natural fertilizers. Instead of selling only livestock, they build agricultural brands, and agricultural brands typically create much stronger long term margins. One mistake can make goat farming unnecessarily difficult: choosing animals that are poorly adapted to the local climate. Healthy farming systems begin with hardy, adaptable breeds. Animals that tolerate local weather conditions generally require less medical treatment, lower maintenance, lower stress management, and lower overall operating costs. Experienced farmers prioritize resilience over appearance because strong genetics create stable businesses. And in livestock farming, stability matters more than speed. Today's most successful farmers aren't only producers, they're educators, storytellers, and content creators. Social media has completely changed agriculture. Farmers now build audiences through YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and online communities. And when consumers trust the person behind the farm, they're often willing to pay premium prices directly. That removes dependence on middlemen and creates stronger customer relationships. Modern agriculture is no longer only about production, it's also about visibility. And small farms with strong branding can sometimes outperform much larger operations. So, can five goats create a meaningful business under the right system? Absolutely. Not overnight, not without effort, and not without learning. But small scale goat farming offers something many modern businesses don't: a relatively affordable starting point with multiple ways to grow over time. And in a world where more people are searching for sustainable income, local production, and independent lifestyles, that opportunity is becoming harder to ignore because every successful agricultural business starts the same way: small, simple, and consistently managed over time. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more modern farming business ideas, agricultural trends, and real world rural entrepreneurship stories.